Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Today I'll be discussing SQL injection, one of the most common vulnerabilities found in web applications and other databases. Throughout this presentation, we will explore how SQL injection actually works and the various types, and most importantly, strategies to prevent said attacks. Because SQL injection in the current state is a very difficult process to go through. So, what is SQL injection? Well, SQL basically stands for Structured Query Language, obviously. An SQL injection or SQLI, it is a vulnerability when an attacker can manipulate SQL queries in a set database. This happens when input fields are not properly validated, allowing unauthorized users to execute SQL commands. For one example, let's take Sony Pictures, which had their database hacked, where attackers exploited this vulnerability to steal sensitive data. SQL is renowned all over the world for a very well known and reliable language, which is often used for making huge databases. But SQL injection is the one vulnerability in this huge database structure that can lead to all of the databases of huge companies such as Amazon, Uber, and Twitter, and Sony Pictures, as I said earlier, getting hacked and being compromised. Let's go further. How SQL injection works. In SQL injection, an attacker manipulates the input fields to inject harmful SQL commands. For example, a query like select star from users, where username is equal to admin or 1 is equal to 1, it tricks the user into returning all user data without proper authentication, effectively bypassing the security measures in place, which results in unauthorized access for the database. This obviously gives the user admin control and leads to thousands, maybe not millions of people's data at risk and even the whole database structure. Well, let's move on to the types of SQL injection. There are several types of SQL injection attacks: in-band SQL, error-based, union-based, blind SQLI, and out-of-band SQLI. An in-band SQL injection is where the attacker retrieves data through same channel used to inject it. Error-based SQLI forces the system to generate error messages that reveals information about the database. Then we have blind SQL injection, where the attacker doesn't see any immediate output but still can extract information through logical deductions. Finally, out of band SQL. It uses external communication methods such as HTTP request to hack into the database and then reveal all the information about the database. All of these databases are very crucial and very harmful ways of SQL injection, which can make your database extremely vulnerable when executed correctly and at the right place at the right time. Moving forward, consequences of SQL injection. The effects of SQL injection attacks can be devastating, as we already know. These attacks can result in stolen or altered data, unauthorized system access, and even full control over a compromised database. For example, the Marriott breach caused by SQL injection result in attackers gaining unauthorized access to a guest database that affected 500 million customers, all of which had very sensitive information in the database. A simple SQL injection led to all the database being vulnerable to the hacker. Moving forward, how do we prevent SQL injection? Preventing SQL injection starts with the input filtering and sanitization. This ensures that input fields only accept valid data. Using prepared statements is also another effective method, as it separates the code from user input. Additionally, restricting database access and regularly maintaining systems by applying patches and updates are critical steps in ensuring that vulnerability is minimized. All of these ways help you to prevent an SQL injection and further save your database. Let's move forward. Automated detection tools can identify SQL injection weaknesses in applications. You can use these tools like SQL Map or JSQL injection, which are used to detect and exploit potential vulnerabilities, helping security teams identify flaws before the attackers do. Proactively testing for vulnerabilities, it is essential to ensuring the security of web application and databases. It helps you find the problem and the vulnerability before the hacker does. This helps your security team use the preventative methods to save your database from said hackers. Well, so in conclusion, SQL injection remains a significant threat to web applications and its databases as it allows attackers to manipulate databases and access sensitive information. By implementing secure coding practices, regularly updating systems, and using specialized detection tools, organizations can protect themselves from this vulnerability. The key to preventing SQL injection is proactive defense, restricting access, and ensuring that systems are secure before the attackers can exploit them. Thank you very much.